Philosophy. The word itself might bring to mind images of ancient Greeks in togas, existential French writers, or maybe just a lot of late-night debates with friends that go nowhere. But what is philosophy really? And why has it mattered for thousands of years? Let's break it down. At its core, philosophy is about asking questions, the big, fundamental questions that don't have easy answers. Questions like, what is the meaning of life? How do we know what we know? What is right and wrong? These are questions that everyone wonders about at some point, but philosophers take it a step further. They systematically think about these issues, develop arguments, and try to uncover the deeper truths behind our assumptions. Philosophy comes from the Greek words philos and sophia, which together mean love of wisdom. And that's exactly what it's about, a love of exploring and understanding the world. But philosophy isn't just about abstract ideas that live in ivory towers. It's a tool, a way of thinking critically and logically about the problems we face in everyday life. Take ethics, for example. Philosophers like Aristotle, Immanuel Kant, and John Stuart Mill have spent centuries trying to figure out what makes actions right or wrong. Today, those ideas are the foundation of debates on everything from artificial intelligence to climate change. Ethics helps us grapple with questions like, should we prioritize individual freedoms or collective well-being? How should we treat animals or the environment? These aren't just academic questions. They affect how we live, vote, and make decisions. Or consider political philosophy, which asks, what makes a just society? This branch of philosophy has shaped the principles behind democracy, human rights, and law. Thinkers like John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau laid the groundwork for modern political systems, while contemporary philosophers continue to debate issues like economic inequality, freedom of speech, and the role of government. These discussions help us navigate the complexities of power, fairness, and community. Philosophy also pushes us to question what we take for granted. Have you ever thought about why you believe what you believe? That's epistemology, the philosophy of knowledge. It asks, what can we know for sure? How do we separate truth from opinion, or fact from fake news? In a world overflowing with information, epistemology is more relevant than ever. Then there's metaphysics, the study of reality and existence. This might sound like the realm of science fiction, but it deals with questions that are deeply personal. What makes you you? Is the mind separate from the body? What is the nature of time? Metaphysics challenges us to think beyond the physical world and explore the mysteries of being. And let's not forget logic, the backbone of philosophical thinking. Logic helps us structure arguments, identify fallacies, and think more clearly. It's not just useful for philosophers. It's a skill that improves decision-making in every aspect of life, from personal relationships to professional problem-solving. Philosophy isn't just about the answers, it's about the process. Philosophers aren't always trying to give you the right answer. Instead, they're teaching you how to think better, how to question assumptions, and how to approach problems with curiosity and rigor. It's like a mental workout for your brain. And just like physical exercise, it can be challenging but ultimately rewarding. But here's the thing, philosophy isn't just for philosophers. It's for anyone who's curious. Anyone who's ever wondered why the world works the way it does, or why people think and act the way they do. You don't need a degree or a library of old books. You just need to ask questions and be open to exploring the answers. Philosophy also connects with other disciplines. Science, for instance, was once part of philosophy. Thinkers like Galileo and Newton were called natural philosophers before science became its own field. Even today, philosophy addresses questions that science can't fully answer, like the ethical implications of genetic engineering or the nature of consciousness. Philosophy and art intersect too, exploring themes of beauty, meaning, and human expression. Literature, film, and music often wrestle with philosophical ideas, bringing them to life in ways that are accessible and emotionally resonant. So, why does philosophy matter? Because the world is complex. Because the big questions about life, morality, society, and identity don't go away. Philosophy gives us the tools to grapple with them. It challenges us to think deeper, to listen better, and to live more thoughtfully. In a world that moves fast and values quick answers, philosophy asks us to slow down and think. It encourages us to engage with ideas that might be uncomfortable or challenging. And maybe that's its greatest gift, reminding us that wisdom isn't about having all the answers, but about always being willing to ask the questions.